If you've been following the channel here or mobile tech in general this year, then you probably already know that 2025 has been just one wild ride for foldables. They have grown, they've gotten better, they've gotten more competitive, and as the year wraps up, here goes another battle between two heavyweights of the foldable market, the all-new Google Pixel 10 Pro Fold and the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7, two masterpieces of metal and glass built on two completely separate philosophies or ideas of what a foldable should be. Now in this video we are going to compare them on design, display, performance, battery, camera, and even price to help you decide which one of these two deserves your money. Let's go ahead and jump in. Alright, so it is crystal clear at first glance that both Samsung and Google have two completely separate visions of foldables and their future, and with that, both phones are bold and still just beautiful in their own ways. Let's first take design here. Both phones are made of premium materials, impeccable fit and finish in hands. They both feel amazing, and Google's philosophy here seems to be centered or seems to be focused on durability and comfort. And with that, they didn't stray too far away from what we saw last year with the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. This one here boasts a very familiar look, loaded with very subtle changes and upgrades that are very impactful, believe it or not. It now boasts a gearless hinge that feels smoother than ever, and the first IP68 water and dust resistance rating on a foldable, which is just insane. But that build does come at a cost, right? The Pixel here weighs 258 grams, and you can definitely feel it. Now compare that to that 215 grams that the skinny guy here weighs, right? The Z Fold 7 here only weighs 215 grams, which is way lighter and thinner at just 8.9 millimeters when closed and 4.2 when open, and frankly just an overall cooler looking phone. It's sleek, definitely sleeker than the Pixel 10 Pro Fold here. It's pocketable and feels like a proper everyday device. Also, unlike the 10 Pro Fold, the hinge here is not gearless, and the Z Fold 7 here is also not IP68 rated, but instead it is IP48 rated. Both devices have Gorilla Glass Victus, aluminum frames, and both support nano SIM and eSIM. You get volume rocker here on both and a fingerprint sensor that is embedded in the power button on both phones. Again, as far as colors go, the Pixel gives you moonstone and jade, just these two, and the jade is what I have here and I absolutely love it. On the other hand, Samsung offers more options when it comes down to colors. You have your choices of blue shadow, silver shadow, jet black, which is the one that I have here, and also the exclusive mint color, which by the way is the best color. I don't know why I went for the black here. It's boring. But anyways, overall for design, there is no doubt in my mind that Samsung just went berserk or just crazy with the Z Fold 7 design here. So I will give the design category to the Z Fold 7 here simply because I don't know, it's a cool futuristic looking phone. So despite the IP68 rating that we have on the 10 Pro Fold here and even the gearless hinge, I'm still gonna stick to the Z Fold 7 when it comes down to design. Again, I may be biased, but the Z Fold just looks like it's coming from the future. Anyways, moving on to displays here, and this is the category where both of these phones truly shine. You have bright OLED panels here, 120 Hz, adaptive, LTPO refresh rates, and a super large immersive screen real estate when unfolded. They both look stunning, truly legit flagship displays. The 10 Pro Fold gets brighter this year with 3000 nits in terms of peak brightness compared to 2600 nits on the Z Fold 7 here. Not necessarily a massive difference really when you get to these sizes and level of display calibrations, but it is there and worth mentioning. In terms of aspect ratio, Google went for a squarer display, which makes split screen multitasking, pretty balanced, and the apps don't necessarily feel squeezed. Samsung keeps its taller, narrower layout, which feels more natural for scrolling and reading generally, and also So that 6.5 cover display on the Z Fold 7 truly feels like you're using a regular size phone. It's big enough for you to use for almost everything without necessarily unfolding the phone, which is, by the way I've been accustomed to using my Z Fold 7 here. I truly forget sometimes about the inner display there. Just overall beautiful and very practical design. Pixel 6.4-inch cover display is just as amazing because, again, I find myself using the front display so much so that I even forget that there is a larger display on the inside. It's very comfortable, just, like what we saw with last year's model, but there is one thing though. It doesn't have LTPO, and that is just the outer display on this 10 Pro Fold here. So it can't just adjust its refresh rate to save battery, which maybe it doesn't need to, right? Since it has a massive battery. But the point here is that it's not an LTPO. It jumps from 60 to 120 Hertz. And I guess since I just brought up battery, let's go ahead and use that as a segue to talk about battery. But before we do that, as far as the display category goes, I'm gonna give it to the Z Fold 7. And that's, again, just my take. Maybe it's because I'm used to it. Personally, I find everything about the display here to be amazing. Samsung just has these, very special ways of calibrating their displays here. Really, really nice stuff. But anyways, let's go ahead and move on to battery here. I briefly talked about the difference in philosophy when building these two amazing devices. While Samsung built the Fold 7 here with only 4,400 milliamp hour battery, which is pretty much the same size as last year, Google loaded the 10 Pro Fold here with a bigger battery at 5,150 milliamp hour. That's 500 milliamp hour up from last year, which is truly a great thing. Now, with that said, I always like to add context when I talk about some of these things, especially when it comes down to, specs. That 5,150 milliamp hour battery on the 10 Pro Fold here versus the 4,400 milliamp hour battery on the Z Fold 7 here is not going to be as much of a clear-cut comparison as you would think, because the Snapdragon 8 Elite, along with Samsung's optimization, witchcraft or magic or whatever you want to call it, make the Z Fold 7 actually last the entire day. I've actually made another video talking about how it improved so much. So even with heavy use, especially when you're using just the front display like I do here, you are definitely gonna get more out of the battery from the Z Fold 7. On the other hand, the 5,150 milliamp hour battery size on the Pixel here is great, but I still wish it could last even longer at that size. Don't get me wrong, it's gonna last the entire day. And of course, this is all subjective depending on how you use your phone here, whether you're using more of the inside versus the outer display here. All of that is gonna depend. But when I do moderate usage of both of these, the gap between the 5,000 and some change battery size versus the 4,400 is not that big. It truly isn't that big. I was really expecting the battery life on the Pixel here to be way better than that of the Z Fold 7, but it's just not the case. It's better, but the gap is not what I expected it to be. For battery, I'm gonna give it to the 10 Pro Fold here for the battery category. However, I wanna add a little point here. I'm gonna give to the Z Fold 7 thermals and thermal management. Now let's go ahead and move on to performance here, which is kind of the meat of this video. Under the hood here, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite chip, which is extremely fast, it's power efficient as I mentioned already, and it just doesn't break a sweat. Whether you're gaming, editing 4K videos, or multitasking like crazy, this phone stays cool and it just is smooth. One UI also feels super polished. Animations are fluid, apps stay in memory longer, and performance is just rock solid. The Pixel 10 Pro Fold, on the other hand, runs on Google's Tensor G5 with 16 gigs of RAM. That's a lot of RAM, right? And while it's definitely improved, it's cooler, it's more efficient than the Tensor G4, it's still not quite at the Snapdragon level. When you push it really hard, the same way you would push the Z Fold 7, it definitely gets warm, right? Not warm in an alarming way, but just warm as the processor is really doing all it can to survive. It's really, really trying, right? So it gets warm, but not terrible. And in a comparison like this, I'd rather go ahead and highlight that fact. Now, this said, the Pixel just cannot match the Fold 7 raw power. It actually outmatches it in AI, when it comes down to AI features. Although you do have top level and advanced AI features on the Z Fold 7, AI is just taken to another level on the Pixel 10 Pro Fold here, especially with them running on the device, right, as opposed to the cloud. And this just makes it glide on the Pixel 10 Pro Fold here. They're so very well integrated when compared to the Z Fold 7 AI features, which tend to rely more on the cloud. But even with that though, the improvements that AI brings to the 10 Pro Fold here, when it comes out to performance, yeah, the Z Fold 7 still wins it in my book here. Now, there's another aspect of the specs and performance that I want to talk about, and that will be software and AI, something that Pixels are known for. And again, this is another place that Samsung also is a fighter, right? It shows its experience when it comes down to multitasking and software. One UI on the Fold 7 is still, I'm going to call it the gold standard for multitasking on the foldable. You can run 3 apps here and then still throw a floating one up in the air somewhere and drag and drop, resize window. Even, again, like I said, have multiple floating apps if you want to. It's just effortless. Now, multitasking, of course, is improved on the 10 Pro Fold here. You can still run 2 apps at once and some AI-powered resizing, all of that good stuff, but it still feels limited when compared to the flexibility that you have with Samsung set up on the Z Fold 7 here. So if productivity is your thing, then the Z Fold 7 is the way to go here. So again, when it comes down to software and multitasking and all that stuff, this part of the performance, I'm still going to give it to the Z Fold 7. So look at it this way. Z Fold 7 is the muscle, it uses that raw power to do so much. And One UI works extremely well with all of that power loaded in the Z Fold 7 here. The 10 Pro Fold, on the other hand, it's the brain, right? It may not be to the level of the Z Fold 7, but still pretty good with the AI stuff. Finally, of course, let's go ahead and move on to cameras. The Z Fold 7 here makes a massive jump from 50 megapixel to a 200 megapixel main camera sensor, which is just an immediate and tangible difference that you can feel between this and last year's Z Fold 6, right? It's high level of details. It's right there. Texture, sharpness, just fantastic, especially in daylight. The Pixel 10 Pro Fold, though, sticks with a 48 megapixel main camera, but don't let that fool you, though. Google's computational photography goes to work as always. Dynamic range is pretty good here. Contrast, skin tones, they've always done a good job with that, so very good here. It's all natural. It's consistent. That's something you have to highlight here. And the Pixel has 5 times optical zoom, while Samsung sticks with only 3 times optical zoom. Both phones shoot 4K videos, but the Pixel can go up to 60 frames per second, whereas the Z Fold 7 caps at 30 frames per second. My verdict for camera here is going to be that because Google didn't come out with its best camera on this, I'm going to say it's a tie, right, between these two. So draw game. Now, with all of this being said, what is my verdict? Here's my take. Actually, I should put it this way. Here's my take with all of this said. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 is a more complete and refined foldable. It's thinner, it's lighter, it's faster, and has better multitasking. So if you want the best foldable for productivity, power, and stability, Samsung is still king. That's the one you should go for. The Pixel 10 Pro Fold, on the other hand, came out swinging by being more practical with better durability, smarter AI, brighter display, and an even cheaper price tag, right? It's $200 cheaper than the Z Fold. So it's a good competitor. But in the end here, my verdict here is that the Galaxy Z Fold 7 is the winner. Plain and simple. But that's just my take. What is your take on this? Let me know in the comment section. If you have any questions, any comments, make sure to add those to the comment section. I'm going to catch you in the comment section like I always do. Make sure to like this video, share if you know anyone who will be interested. I'm certainly hoping that this was informative. Please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button also if you haven't done so already. I'm going to catch you in the comment section. I'm also going to catch you in the next video. Up until that next video, of course, as always, stay safe out there.